Now, recently, Bob Fenner has died, and it's just such a shame for our industry. I think he's way too young to die. I saw him not long ago, and he was in his usual larger-than-life character, in amazingly good spirits, and I had a wonderful relationship with Bob over a long period of time, based on basically him being a mentor in reference to his amazingly vast knowledge of the marine life. And he also loved music, so I will very regularly post videos of myself playing music, and Bob and I would very regularly chat about music. He loved music, was very involved in music, played music, but he was just an unspeakably wonderful person. And I don't think I've ever seen a social outpouring like this. Like, the amount of people that this guy has touched, because he was one of those guys that you meet him and he just gave you 100% of his attention, and it doesn't matter who you are. This guy was extremely well known as far as the industry is concerned, like an absolute A-lister. But you make an effort to go and speak to Bob, and you know, he was just the most approachable, most personable, most knowledgeable, most passionate, just an awesome person. And I've gone on his Facebook page many times in the last couple of days since hearing about his passing. So this was one of his flagship books, The Conscientious Marine Aquarist. I think I read that like 20 years ago, or however long was when that came out. Awesome, beautifully published book. If you get an opportunity to pick that up, just absolutely pick it up. Maybe do a bit of Googling and YouTubing, just learn about this man. He was just an awesome guy. And you look through his photos, you can't find a photo where he's not having a bloody great time. Like, he was a people person, and he just radiated loving, involving, so that's him. That's exactly who he is. He's having a fun time, having a beer. Everyone knew him. He loved it. Never ever did he not. There he is. That's what he did. What a terrible loss. But just the sheer volume of condolences and messages. You can just sit here and scroll and scroll and scroll, and this guy has just touched so many people. And wow, to live, what do they say? To live, to love, to leave a legacy. Well, that's supposed to be the definition of a rich man. And Robert Fenner, he lived, he loved, and he left a legacy. Just by scrolling down this unending scroll of people, wanting to say goodbye, wanting to put their 2 cents worth in, And everyone just says the same thing. Amazing person. A lot of fun to be with. Very knowledgeable. Very inclusive. He used to do talks. He used to publish a lot on web media. Author, columnist, diver. I just never seen any outpouring like this. I just keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. And I don't think this will ever stop. Food, drink, that's how he rolled. He may not have been on Earth for as long as we wish he was, but he certainly had a good time while he was here. He wouldn't have liked all this COVID-19 crap. He likes getting out, getting amongst it. Anyway, if you've got any Bob Fenner stories, feel free to put a little note on the bottom of this video. Make a little comment if you're like me, a little bit lost. So we don't know how he died. There's his boobs. Yep, thanks there. Thanks, Bob. So from what we hear, it was not of COVID-19, which is a hell of a nice thing. They say he died at home peacefully. I saw him that day, the Magna Pool party. And he says he used to watch my YouTube videos, which was a cool thing to know. I used to talk to him on Facebook all the time. Met him probably 3 times on various trips to America. Oh, he's got his shirt up again there. Oh, that seems to be a thing. I haven't seen him do the shirt lift. He's partying away there. Anyway, that's a dude that's lived his life. I can't sit here and say that he didn't have a crack. He had a crack. Let's see him every photo. He's having a bloody great time. He came, he saw, and he had a good time, this guy. Anyway, that's the guy. Just relaxing, laughing, drinking, eating. So knowledgeable, so compassionate. So that's just what he did. Food, beer, fish. Girls loved it, this guy. It's very, very, very sad. I sort of feel a need to... We got food, red wine down his shirt. God love him. There he is there in his band Live Rock. Drink in hand. That was an awesome Magna, that last Magna. So anyway, I'm just so thrilled that I got to meet. I think I met him 3 times. Since Facebook started, we've been Facebook buddies. If I ever need any advice, he gets back to me straight away. He'd often comment on my music. So sad. Anyway, if you know how he died, put a little note on the bottom of this video. His book, revised edition. I'd love to know. Anyway, it doesn't bring him back. I just think, what an inspiration. Now, that's the face, that's inspiration. inappropriate messages. Thanks, Shane Danger, popping up on my screen that I try not to get in. Anyway, bit sad, but if you want to have a rich life, a life of, fulfillment, then this dude is just an inspiration. He just had a great time, loved people, loved food, loved drink, loved a joke, loved music. So good one. Did you know scuba divers roll backwards off the boat because if they rolled forward they would just go into the boat? Yeah, well that makes sense. Anyway, you can scroll on, but there you go, eh? A true legend, an absolute pioneer of the hobby, an inspiration to us all, a mentor to us all. So, anyway, if I can die and claim half what he's done in his life, I'd be pretty proud. Anyway, so sad.